yourself and thank you for coming. It's a small program for you to remember.
Thank you, Anilo. Decided and give the order. So it was a surprise for me. But anyhow, it was a God's blessing, and I went to Patiala and underwent regular training for 1 year. And not only myself, but Mr. R. Ako Solo in football. We too went to Patiala in 1968. And after completing the training, we came back and we were assessed in the Directorate of Education as a small physical branch. We started a small branch and we started working in our own game. Till 1969, middle of 1969, there was no competition in badminton. Not only in high school and school, but even in college level also there was no competition at all. So I suggested the director to give some sanctions and to organize district-wise high school competition coaching, because badminton was not known in the high school and colleges, and it was not started yet. So the first thing I did was I collected some materials and from the government and called the high schools in the districts. And I went there and started coaching for about 2 weeks. Like that, I went out around. For the whole year, I was working. And whenever my services was needed, I went there and helped them. So from 1970, we introduced badminton as a competitive game in inter-high school tournament. There was only football and volleyball and athletics, some items in athletics, no other. So we went there and we participated and we started the tournament competition from that year onward, from 1970 onward. And I was alone for the last two years, but luckily one Manipuri, Mr. Sham was also one of our trainees at Patiala. He was Manipur champion and Assam champion also. So he was very good, and we included him, and we two together started this badminton tournament. And from that time onward, not only in high school, but we started in colleges and started coaching and competition. Besides that, we started to invite some good players from different neighboring states, Manipur, Assam, Meghalaya, like that. We invited them and we started the competition and exhibition match also. And after that, after 1 or 2 years, we started inviting the national players from India. And after four years, we invited National Badminton Association President and Secretary. We invited him, and at the same time some national players, and we started playing in the competition. So like that, our players were coming up and taking up great enthusiasm. There is a long way. If I say in detail, it will take time. But just like that, we started from 0 point and gradually is went up, and today I'm very surprised to see the standard of our young players, not only young players, but adult players and veteran players taking keen interest, and I'm really elated to see these performances and conditions and very good performance. Now, I have nothing to say, but because the time is very short, I want to say to the Nagaland badminton players that concentrate only in what you concentrate. Concentrate only in one. Jack of all trades are master, but master of none. That is not the question. But stick to your game and take full in charge and fully devote in it, so that God will help you. Now we are very lucky to have our advisor, Mr. Abumita, after his coming to our sports world in Nagaland, not only in Nagaland, but at the national level, he has got a good hand and voice. So after his coming, players are coming up gradually, and seeing that I'm very happy. Now, I just want to say one incident. When Dr. Tiao was the commissioner in sports in our department, at that time, he also came every evening with a racket and started playing badminton. Every evening, these officers used to play with him. And in 1975, Mizoram government invited Dr. Tiao because the people of Mizoram were very much interested to see the first football Olympic captain. So we made an arrangement. All the club members, officers, we had a meeting, and we decided to accompany him to Mizoram as a goodwill badminton mission to accompany him. So in 1975, we went there and accompanied him, and at the same time, he also played badminton the same evening, and the next day he also demonstrated how to kick, how to control the ball, even though he was nearly 80 years old, but even then he was still active, and the people of Mizoram were very much interested, and it was a stepping stone for Mizoram people to come up in football from that time onward. So you just see the differences. But gradually, Nagaland Football Association and the condition of our play gradually went down. But now the present setup of officials are trying your little best, and gradually it's coming up in all the games, headed by Mr. Abumita, and we have a great hope that Nagaland will be a great nation in sports. Dr. Tiao was also a national executive member, sports member at that time, in his time. So luckily, Mr. Abumita is here as a national member, executive member. So with your help, with your consent, we hope and pray that Nagaland boys and girls will come up gradually in all spheres. I have nothing much to say, because in detail, if I go on relating, it will take time. So that's all for tonight, and I wish you all the best and success. Even though I am 89 years old, I'm still young. I feel young. Whenever I see young people playing together, I feel their in their midst, because I was a teacher, I was a sports officer and coach at the same time. Lastly, after retirement, I was in the Scouts and Guides, State Secretary Scouts and Guides for 3 years. So I was, within this short span of time, I always mix up with the young people, so my mind is always, I feel young still now. So thank you very much, and let Nagaland Badminton Association shine forth from now on. Thank you very much.